York City included Haitian Creole as a language for voters.
Yes.
Do you think that opens more opportunities for Haitians here?
You mean in terms of like jobs or
jobs and
access to information?
Right, access to information. I mean, I know in Miami, even food stamps people, Creole is
one of the languages.
Is an option.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, for sure. I mean, the more information people have access to,
even in the subway, sometimes I see like some advertisement.
But some of the translations are not very, very good.
Right. I'll be wondering who.
Not me. It has not been me. People have come to ask me. I didn't get that contract. I didn't get that contract. I can't take any credit for that. I think, for sure. I mean, the more informed people are, the better. Right. And the more you can inform people in their mother tongue, the better,
right.
So I think people forget how many people speak Haitian Creole. Like sometimes people will tell me like, oh, what's the point of learning Creole when you think about it on a larger global stage? And my response is always like, do you know how many people speak Creole? Like in Haiti alone, there are depending on how you count, between
10 and 12 million.
Yeah, 10 and 12 million people.
If you're not counting Dominican Republic.
If you're not counting the Dominican Republic, you can comfortably say there are about 10 million people who speak Haitian Creole just on the island of Haiti.
Facts.
Et puis après ça, in the diaspora, you have between 1 to 2 more million people. So in my mind, I'm like, I could talk to a different Haitian Creole speaker every day for the rest of my life and still not speak to every Haitian Creole speaker.
Right.
And when I remind people of that, they're like, oh, well, Haiti's the only place that speaks Haitian Creole. And then I'm like, so we're only assigning value to countries that speak languages in different spaces, because you could tell that to the people of Japan.
Right.
You could tell that to the people of Bulgaria. You could
Japan
tell that to the people in Italy, the Germans. Like, those are the only countries that speak those languages. Meanwhile, why are you learning Japanese? Why are you learning German? Germany is the only country that speaks German. And that at which point I have to remind people that the racism exists at all levels of stuff. Like the stuff that you think is objective is influenced by racist thoughts. The stuff that you think is your own, like, oh, I came up with this idea, is influenced by racist thoughts. Like racism exists in every aspect of everything that we do because we're all raised in a racist society. So when I debunk people's critiques of Creole, at which point they're like, oh, well, you know,
Right.
You know?
I love that part. Yeah, the DJ.
So, you know, it can be a challenge to remind people of that. And sometimes I get really tired of it because I'm like, damn, read a book. Ask Google. Like before you step to me, at least ask Google. Like she's free, she's available 24/7. Like she'll gladly give you information. Why gotta be me that's always having to defend let me speak my language?
I agree. And one of the problems I have is when we have some of our representatives, and I'm mostly talking about our president, Haitian president, they go to other countries and they give a speech, and the Haitian president will literally go to Canada and give a speech in French.
Yikes.
And then I'm like, bro, if Obama speaks Spanish and Obama goes to Spain, Obama would never give a speech in Spanish. Why? Because he's representing the American people, and the American people speak English. Yeah. So he needs to represent the American people in a way that the American people will understand him.
I know.
En Haïti, président pour aller en Canada, bois français bien long, c'est pour le cas montrer blanc que le même niveau avec que le cas parler français couramment comme lui. You know, and I'm like, bro, ou ka 20 pays là, haïtien pas connaît. And my thing is, they don't even understand when you if you go to Canada and you give a speech in Creole, you're actually creating jobs for your fellow compatriot. Like, because l'offre fait speech en Creole, for Canadian join a translator. And who you think they're gonna get? They're gonna have to find a Haitian guy, a Haitian woman to translate what you just said, which in turn you just created a job for your fellow Haitian.
Yeah.
But they don't think like that.
Yeah.
Faut montrer blanc que oui, je parle français couramment comme toi là.
What's the word you say?
Couramment.
Oh, couramment. What that
means
is?
Fluently. Je parle français couramment comme toi là. Tu me
Yikes.
sens là, ça va là.
Then what issue you got with French, Sejoe?
Bro,
French is a language like any other language.
I was traumatized.
C'est pour nous respecter toute langue, comprends? I mean, again, Black people have absorbed a lot of really negative ideas about themselves. That's what it comes down to, you know? So I have to tell people, do a little bit of digging. Like, is Creole objectively less respectable than French? Is French objectively or even inherently more beautiful than, like, what does it mean for you to have an opinion about a language? That's what I like to press people. Like, why do you feel like you have to speak French to appear a certain way, you know, or to sound a certain way? Like, isn't it the content of what you're saying what matters more than the language that you're using to say what you're saying? So, you know, when you see stuff like that, I have to remind myself, instead of feeling like, oh, well, bon, même propre haïtien pas nous pas qu'à respecter langue créole là, do we have to feel some kind of way, or can we just, you know, remember that a lot of people have a lot of things to unlearn about themselves?